17 is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on. Check 9, check 9.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Hey, Eddie. Come on here. Come get some.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. We got to get the ball. Hey, exit. Let's go.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Right there.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check, check 43. Slam, slam. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, hey, hey. Switch, switch.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Here's Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Hey, lady. 49, guys. Mike, 49. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see that.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On fourth down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Hey, Charlie. 57, Mike 57. I got it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bills have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard. Inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Squeeze, double. Hey, Haywood. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, D.
From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 yards there for number 15.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be fielded at the 8th. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for 1st down. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd...
It's caught inside the 25. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
57's the mic. Five. Here we go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Hey, check. Hey, home.
Nice 57's mic.
Come on, boys.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Allen now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
57's the mic.
Allen off the play fake. Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
80 weapons. Banjo.
Hey, tight.
Hey, Zoo.
Allen to throw once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I'm here all day.
Darnold from the gun. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. After one, our score, 12-6. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. It's caught left side by John Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 to make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Bills 19, Jets 13.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Alert! Alert!
Smoke! Right there, 54.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Man open left side is Brown. A big play here for Buffalo. 46 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Alert! 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Got one.
Hey, orbit.
54 is Mike.
Go!
Allen now on first down. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Middle. Hey, Alpha.
54. Mike 54. Watch the run. They're running.
Allen from the gun on third down. He's got it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Hey, switch.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Allen, this is caught. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
The Jets take over first and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. This is Bell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the slant.
Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Bravo.
Watch the slant. 49.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Brandon Copeland make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go. 6 gone. Check.
Sub.
Motion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Middle.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Foxtrot.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And it's a Bills touchdown. And that is obviously the danger, Charles, of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed. And that's what we saw there, the big return after the long missed field goal.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
At the 42-yard line.
Mike, 53, Mike, 80.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Darnold. And he hits Herndon over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Darnold on first down. Letting one go deep for the end. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, That's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Bills have recovered.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Regular. Hey, Charlie.
54 Mike.
Come on, baby. Come on. Let's get done.
From the 25 on second down. Allen looking deep now for McCoy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play here for Buffalo. 61 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
Watch motion. Watch motion. Mike's 50.
Middle.
Mike's 54. I'm coming.
Hey, Haywood. Check Mike.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Kroft, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good play.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on first down, Darnold, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got 5. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
On 2nd and 9. Allen. For the catch made, this is Emmanuel Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Allen hands off to McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
57. 57's the Mike. Rock 57.
Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Zoo.
Now Allen operating from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Darnold on target to Enunwa. 23 yards the pickup there.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, Darnold dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now Bell. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards. Around the NFL, third quarter from Foxborough. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going for it all. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First down, New York.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. After the run, now Darnold to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Darnold. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's White. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, wait. Hey, orbit.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56, 56. Hey, Alpha.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 22-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now Darnold, a screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing just about on his own goal line. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Bravo. 61, matchbox light.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Mike 57. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Sub.
Watch the flag. Motion. Pump.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you just hold a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw. They got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ed Oliver in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Watch the pass. Watch 22.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Don't get nervous.
Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Open man is Anderson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Mike 22, he's coming, 22's coming.
Hey, exit.
I'll be going to rush because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Hey, tight.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He finds his target. It's Crowder. A gain of 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One last throw now for Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season. Shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our